to be here. A couple of teams prepared for a showdown to see who will emerge as victors in today's IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Jacksonville State's offense will have the ball first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Line getting set on second down. Looking for a man. It's Wimsatt. Pressure coming. Looking deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that's exactly what this defense wanted to do coming into this game. They wanted to set up third down so they could let their pass rush take over. They feel they've got a shot to be really successful if they can force the opponent to live in third and obvious passing situations. And that time, on the first third down of the game, they take advantage and get the sack.
The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. So the Troy Trojans offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. There's the pressure. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. They'll run play action. Trying to make magic with his feet. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the incompletion is an open invitation to the special teams unit to come onto the field. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got it behind the line. It's Levin. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Recksteiner. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And that pass is caught at the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Now from inside the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. So now it's second and long. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Wimsatt. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. He wants to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lovett. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, it's Higgins. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Higgins. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw again. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And And the Trojans will call on their punt team. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. Snags it over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Baldwin. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. QB draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Nothing but punts as a result of the first three offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him!
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Caught over the middle, it's Thomas. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work, fourth time he's punted tonight. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's Recksteiner. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Higgins. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a hit. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point, they know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Got it in the middle. It's Lovett. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Back to throw, it's Crowder. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line, it's Lovett. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking downfield very late in the half. Makes the catch, it's Connor. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Connor. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And that one sails through the back of the end zone. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, Trojans! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bold victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in the rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Crowder. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Going to try to get it himself. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their 3rd sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. To the air, it's Crowder. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off play action on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Baldwin. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And how about that play by the free safety? You sort of got the feeling somebody's band was going to be playing after that one. Big gamble by the defense.
Yeah, hey, great job timing it up and catching them off guard, bringing the blitz. It is. You say that because I get it. It's high risk, high reward. That time, high reward, getting the sack.
The Gamecocks will punt this one away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now, the 7th sack of the game.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Troy is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Crowder. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lovett. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quarterback couldn't quite make the connection on the last play. That brings up 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Wimsatt. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. The sure hands, it's Baldwin. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Bringing the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. The play action fake. Finds the tight end. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Looking to throw, it's Crowder. Pressure coming. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the right. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The inside handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.